Hey guys, welcome to our Keynotes. Until now, in the Servlets API playlist, we have seen three videos. The first video is about Tomcat server configuration. I've shown you how to configure it with NetBeans IDE. And then the second video is about request dispatcher concept. I have used forward and include method and I have shown you the demo. And the third video is about whenever you uninstall NetBeans, you might end up with this kind of error, lock file error. So in this, I have shown you how to fix the error. So if you have not subscribed yet, do subscribe my channel to get more updates. Now let's dive into the new topic. Today's topic is do get and do post method. Basically, these two methods are from one of the servlet. Means there are three types of servlet. We know that. The first one is servlet, the second one is generic servlet, and then the third one is HTTP servlet. So these two methods, do get and do post, comes from HTTP servlet. All right. So now let's understand few differences and then we'll implement this methods. The first thing, the most secured method is do post method. It will never expose your data in the URL bar. All right. On the other hand, do get will expose everything in the URL bar. So I'm going to demonstrate this with an example. And both of these methods has got positives and negatives. So let's understand those things. Similarly, here you can say that you can send data using get method in the header, but the data is limited. In the other hand, do post method can send the data in the body so that it can send large amount of data. And the most important thing again, do get method requests are bookmarked, and here do post request cannot be bookmarked. All right. And in this, do get is basically efficient because always we were using search engines and to get the information from the database, right? So we use get method over there. So whenever you want to retrieve something from the database, we generally use get method, so which is more efficient. Post method is less efficient. We use only wherever we need to hide some sensitive data, maybe while login or in the registration forms, so something like that. And this is do get method is idempotent, means until you get the response for the first request, it will ignore the second request. But here in do post, it is not like that. It is non-idempotent. And we have length restrictions in do get, that is 2048 characters, which is tested in Internet Explorer browser. And do post don't have any length restrictions. So these are all the differences. Now let's dive into the demo. So what I have done here is I'll just switch to NetBeans. Let me close all the files which I have. Okay. Hope you know how to create the web application. First file, new project, then under Java with Ant, you have to select Java web application, next, and then you can mention the project name over here and then say next. This is already configured. It should be configured. So please check the first video which I have posted and then say next. No need to select any frameworks as of now. We are going to learn in upcoming modules and then say finish. Once you do this, you will end up with this kind of see, this is my project name, and two folders are important for us: web pages and source packages. To create these servlets, you need to right click and then say new and then select servlet, specify the servlet name, say next. This step is important, most important. You have to click on this checkbox because we need to add these information into this web.xml, that is deployment descriptor. Fine, and then you have to say finish. That's it. So once you do this, you will get. So here I have created three servlets for the demonstration purpose. So once you create the servlet, you see this. Let me just open this file, and these packages will be automatically available. So we can say that three packages are most important for us. One is java.io.star. In that, we're gonna use IO exceptions and print writer. So basically, we use system.out.println, but here we are using print writer for efficient uh, you know uh, printing of information. Then we have java x.servlet.star, and then we have java x.servlet.http.star. All right. So these From these two packages, we are getting the types of servlet and the required classes and interfaces. And whenever we create an empty servlet file, you know that it always, creates with this HTTP servlet. That is a third type of servlet, which is a class. So it uses extends keyword. And if you scroll down, you can see that three most important methods, that is process request, which has got again HTTP servlet request and response. These two things are, this request and this response is a reference variable for us. And similarly, if you scroll down, if you expand this plus mark, and you can see two more methods, that is doGet. Again, it has got request and response. And if you scroll down, you can see doPost method again with request and response. And you have the last method as get servlet information also. Now the thing is, you can use any one of the method to implement your code. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have created a servlet over here for doGet. So which means I'm going to use doGet method. And then what I'm trying to do is, before this, let me just explain what I have done in the index.html file. Now, we don't have nothing to do with web.xml file right now for this. Just we need to create the servlets and we need to add the information to this web.xml file. That's it. Means by clicking the checkbox. Now, in index.html file, I have designed one such form like this, a simple form. Uh, so form action, and then see whenever I'm gonna have two text boxes and then one button. So whenever I click on the button means whenever I perform an action, it should go to which servlet. Right now I have mentioned it as do get, which means over here. This is my name of the servlet, like class name of the servlet over here, right? So and the method is get I'm using, and then this is the syntax to create a text box. All right, and then I have created a button and the value is click. So it is going to display a click button and also two text boxes. So I'll be entering some values into this, right? Into this two text fields. And the name of the text box is T1 and T2. So let's go back to this do get servlet, and I'm using print writer to print the information. And you see this, I have two variables here, string A and B. I'm saying request.get parameter T1 means the text box one, whichever the user enter in that, those values will be taken, and then I'm just assigning it to this variables. Similarly, T2 value is stored in this variable. And now I'm saying the third variable is again C, string data type, and A plus B means I'm doing concatenation, and then I'm just printing this uh, variable C. Now if I run this code, you can see that over here I'm just going to run, and it is displaying this such information. I'm simply writing something like admin, let's say 100, and if I click on this, see this, it is printing, it is concatenating both the strings. But what is the problem over here? You can see that in the URL, it is exposing all my values like T1 equal to admin, T2 equal to 100, whichever I have entered in that text field, it is just exposing in the URL bar. So this is the drawback in do get method. Fine. So whenever you want to deal with the sensitive information, you should not use do get, right? See, that's the conclusion. Now let's try with do post, and then we'll see the same. So what I have done over here is I have done the same code, means three variables, T1 and T2, whatever I have entered in that, and then I want to concatenate, and then I need to print that one. But there is one change. Now the method is do post. We can implement the same example in the same file just by changing this do get to do post. But I have created another servlet for you people. So I have just changed the method as do post. And then we need to do one more change, that is in the index.html, you have to say uh, the file name is what? Do post. So I need to change this to, the servlet name is do post, means whenever I do click on the button, it should go to that particular servlet. And then here again, the method is going to be post. All right. Now that's it. There is one such warning because I should not use this center, inside this bold. So that's, let's ignore that warning. Now let me run this again. All right, I got the execution, and let me say admin, and for example, something like this, click. See, now it is concatenated But you see, in the URL, it is not exposing any of my information in the URL bar. Fine. So hope this is clear for you. Try this example and then let me know if you have any queries in the comment section. Hit the like button if you like the video. Uh, from the next video, we will explore types of servlets. Thank you, and thanks for watching the video.